Hi. Okay. So when I was in Phoenix and these Sierra storms would come over and I was waiting for some fresh rain to come in, like Minnesota, it was sand and it was coming right in my window from the west, from across California, from Southern California. So it goes around the globe. It starts in Africa and literally comes across the desert in California into Phoenix and, well, Arizona. So I'm thinking, ooh, nice fresh rain. God dang it, dirt is what I got. And it started coming through my screen and the window and stuff. And I'm freaking out. It's like, whoa, I could not believe it. And it is kind of a reddish color, but not that much. That's not a typical, and I don't know that they'd have any sand left if it was all up in the atmosphere like that. So what they're saying, uh red sand and all this coming in from Africa, I don't buy it. I really don't. And it's not that nothing new couldn't happen under the sun, but I pretty much believe the Bible that nothing's new under the sun. That's not talking about anything above it though. But so my belief is that it is the Nibiru system because we all know that I think it's on the 17th or 19th, all our planets are going to be on the same side and Venus is going to be the closest, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, what they call to the Nibiru system. And Nibiru, being a gas giant, only shows up like a halo or a red ring. Sometimes they catch the colors, I think, pretty much is it. But that's the iron oxide from the tail of Nibiru. I saw it, you guys probably saw them great big stripes that look like clouds going 3 times around the earth. That's the arms of the Nibiru system with the iron oxide in there, and with the granite and actual, like we have parts of our world that are magnetic. It's literally sucking it to us, like we're just going. And there's places like I was out in the Black Hills, and there's quite a few of these places around the earth, but there literally was a old probably Black Hills gold mine, maybe silver though. um I do believe it was old gold mine, and they had a shack there where they had a swing, and you could swing on it and would hold you up in the air because of the magnetism that was in the ground around there. And they have water in a, like a trough. They poured in the trough and it literally ran uphill. It was just a freaky little cabin over an old cavern of a mine. I don't know, maybe, no, it was magnetic. It was, I found rocks that are magnetic and I made a whole lamp. I'll show it to you sometime, out of nothing but I call them meteorites, because see, meteorites will come through the atmosphere and they'll be charged with electromagnetics. So, and then I got this one big round magnet, but I can't find it right now. That sat right down on the base of this lamp that I made, and I made it look like a lighthouse. So when I put this little, but my top broke on it, and I mean the rocks are still there on it, the artwork I did, but it's pretty. It's pretty cool too because it's a toy and a lamp, a mom toy. But yeah, I just thought I'd tell you the rest of that. If I get cut off, I love you guys. I might pop back on, but I'll see. But I wanted to tell you about, I don't buy it with that dust storm stuff. It is all our planets getting closer. It's a part of God. It's God up there. And of course, the media is not going to talk about it because they're too busy trying to take our money from us still. When that really kind of is the least of our worries. Taking care of ourselves and feeling close to our Father is our biggest worry right now. Well, and feeding yourself and all the typical normal hard things to do in this world. So, yeah, I know. I know that very well. So, yeah, my goofy cat got out today, so she just pushed the door right open right past me. She's slick. I didn't even know she did it until it was too late. And so I had to keep an eye on my chicken, and I couldn't get her in right away because she was full, so she didn't care. So about 4 hours later, I finally got the chicken in, and I had never seen nothing like this in my whole life. That chicken, I was trying to get her in because finally she let me pick her up. So I got both her wings, and when I went to put her in her house, she was backing up with her feet trying to get away and not go in her house, yelling at me, kind of clucking, and I put her in there and I got it shut up so um my cat couldn't get her. And she turned around and she started sneezing at me like 6, 8 times, something like that. I have never heard a chicken do anything like that. So I just thought tell you that's a little odd. Yeah. I don't know about her. I don't know if she's just a chicken or what. I don't eat her eggs. Doug does. I have had like a few of them now, but it's like one time I think, and it's even my own chickens when I was a kid. I didn't. I give them away to the neighbors. I didn't care. My parents ate them, and they ate my chickens too, and my cows and pigs and whatever. Eat them all. Eat them all up. Whatever. She goes around my house. She keeps all the bugs away from the outside of the house and stuff. And one chicken, you'd be amazed what one tiny chicken can do. And then like I have Kentucky bluegrass planted too, so in different spots, but in patches and stuff. So she'll go in there and then she'll spread that too. And I have rye and there's Timothy and Kansas red, and I have different grasses for my horse. So yeah. So the chicken helps, and the horse helps landscape the land too. Because when there's an uneven spot, they'll literally stomp as they're walking, and they're like tamping the whole ground all the way around. It's really remarkable. You'd be surprised if you haven't been around them. So yeah. Then when she's done in the yard, we'll like trim it up with the mower and everything and put her in her pasture for the winter and stuff. And sometimes we'll trim it up in the spring early enough. It depends, but it's been awful wet anyway, so and we used to weed whip and all that, but Dusty gets pretty much in everywhere. So the only thing except wild plants that she really doesn't eat, and then I got to get around. We have these itchweed things and the typical poison ivy, poison oak, sumacs, them type of things, nettles, which is really itchy to me. My son too, before the trees, my youngest son John, before the trees were growing up too bad on the back, he was rolling sideways down the hill and he rolled into a whole patch of nettles, and we had to take him to the hospital. He was so allergic. I had calamine all over the kid, calamine lotion, and but I think I gave him a Tylenol back in them days. We thought that was okay for kids, so because he had a fever from the sickness. But yeah, he needed to get asthmatic treatments. So it's like, well, and his skin itched. They gave him, you know, um, uh, hydrocortisone and one other thing for the swelling and itching. And poor kid, jeez, couldn't believe it. Yeah, red skin with red hair didn't look really great that day. Poor thing. I think he was about 10. So, yeah, kind of a big boy. But, yeah, not humongous, but, there's bigger guys. But, to me, he was pretty big anyway. Big enough, I guess. Big enough to know better or something like that. So, yeah. So, anyway. Yeah, I might get out for my walk right now in life with all this rain and stuff. Literally, the bugs are terrible and no amount of anything right now. I might have to, I'll see if there's well, I don't want to do it on too windy of a day. I might go out later in the day and put on lots of bug spray and get back in, but I want to walk down Tunnel Road when the leaves are still out and then walk down it when they change color too and show everybody. So, yeah. So, I'll be doing that. Thing is, with that now, I will have to use. I have trifocals. I have a pair of bifocals that work better, but my nearsightedness repaired, so those ones are not good. And so then the new trifocals I got, I don't think I even need them, and they're absolutely horrible. So I think I'll just use the bifocal ones, but I'll have to like let my eyes adjust before when you take them off, you get kind of discombobulated. Like it's like oh, the word for it would be kind of like vertigo, like when you get off a circus ride, like dizzy, that type of thing. So yeah, I used to get motion sickness in a car. I learned how to deal with that, but yeah, one time the first airplane I went in was a seaplane, and we went to where Paul Bunyan and his Blue Ox are, and I think it was in Brainerd. I'm pretty sure. Um, might have been. No, it was Brainerd. So we went up there to Brainerd Lake and we took a seaplane over the lake. And that was after we had been at the amusement park. And I went on my favorite rides and stuff. And yeah, so yeah, like about a quarter is pretty cheap actually. Not the plane ride. The Lottie does. They love all that fancy stuff, but whatever. Wasn't I mean whatever. You know. I think it's just as cool. Oh yeah, take your kids to amusement park and then grab a bite to eat and you know, let the rich people do what they do, and if they want to drop out of the skies in their planes, no, I'm just kidding, really. I like to fly too. Yeah, I've been now not a whole bunch of flying, but I've been on I think two 747s and what was that other one? Um, maybe six something, whatever it was, a couple years ago. Um, and I've been in several single engine planes and twin engine Cessnas and um, oh gee, I can't think 747 and a six something. I guess I can't think of it. But anyway, yeah, that was enough for me. I guess if I ever go up in the air again, I guess I'm not thrilled about it. I don't like freak out and pray or nothing, but I do like to look out the window even if it's bright. It's like I don't like